let's talk about this because it's very interesting how you can get a picture of the rest of the world from what you're seeing at U.S. corporations and their profits.
Yeah, I mean, what we've seen so far, what we saw from, from Ford's warning last week, from Nike's report also, and then also, orders that we see, some of these big multinational companies that are kind enough to give us monthly take on what's going on, like Caterpillar or like McDonald's. We can definitely see the world is slowing down.
Yeah, I think what's very interesting is the last couple of weeks we've been so focused on the macro picture, on Europe, on the Fed, on all this stuff, that we missed a lot of profit warnings that came from these companies, right?
Yeah, and we're I think what's happening is, we're very happy about what's going on in Europe, obviously, but what we may...
Well, in terms of progress.
In terms of progress, right? But what what we may be missing is that, this has started to have a real effect. It's had a real effect in Europe, and then, China is slowing. It's slowing rapidly. We're not sure because we don't really trust their data. But if you look at everything from log exports to what Caterpillar is saying, it really does seem like.
Right. And you can see there's a little chart. Some of the results quickly: Ford, Nike, McDonald's, Caterpillar. What they're saying about the global sales. And I want to talk about Caterpillar for a second. I want to pull up this chart again for a second because to me that really sort of in one chart crystallizes what you're seeing, right?
Yeah, you're seeing that. I mean, those are the machinery sales, and we just have seen this stark slowdown in rest of world sort of growth compared to the U.S., which continues to hold up, remarkably well if you think about it.
Yeah, and again, Caterpillar is a bellwether. It's very important to the Dow. It's very important to the sector, obviously. If they're seeing this, is that a big tell for the rest of the globe? I'm assuming because you put it in the story, it is. I mean, that's a big tell.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's what we're going to see in this profit season as it comes up is I think we're going to see a real dichotomy between the U.S. and the rest of the world, which really sort of speaks to our economy that really has held up pretty well. I mean, if we look at the ISM report that just came out, a disappointing report, dig into that report. Look at where the orders were slowing. Look at where production was slowing. A lot of it was in sort of materials-based stuff. China.
Right. Now, how much of this is sort of an almost like a through the looking glass thing? Because for a couple of years here, the global market has been holding up U.S. companies.
Right.
Now that's turning around. It's reversing.
Yeah, it's reversing. And I think it's going to be very interesting, because these companies put a lot of resource. They put a lot of resource into China. They put a lot of resource into the rest of the world where the growth was. So, even if it's just a slowdown in sales, it could have a more sort of stark effect in profits.
Yeah.